back to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast episode uh 25 26 27 6 29 26
You're missing the one
28
number you.
28
Okay, there you go.
6
That was a good one.
268 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Jesus. Okay, we got there.
What are you talking about? I was always there. I was always there.
You said a
You know.
lot of the numbers that you needed, and then you just kept going without getting the last number you needed. I don't know what
I
the
was
deal
still
was.
playing the game of yesterday. What the fuck
Gotcha.
was that?
The password
The
game?
password Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep adding numbers and getting rid of them and adding
Yeah.
phrases and
You
adding
know.
words. That's what we do here, Bruno. We just say things enough until there's enough bits. All we're doing is adding ones and zeros. All we're
So
doing is what?
that password game, apparently,
You beat it?
no, fuck no. I learned that it took Northern Lion 2.5 hours to beat.
Damn. That's like 2 hours.
It's a long time.
That's like 120 minutes. Plus another 30. That's like 150 minutes.
It's a lot of minutes.
You know what else is $150?
No, what?
I don't know. I'm assuming something out there is worth $150.
Something is. I don't know what though.
Probably to fill up your truck, $150.
I think it's less than that nowadays.
How many gallons is that thing?
It's not a crazy big tank.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Anytime I would take the work truck, I'd just start going. I go to the gas station. I like start the thing, and I feel like I could have walked away and like got a hot dog somewhere.
22.
Oh, that's small.
Yeah.
Not like small, but like
In the relative to truck world, it is small.
as I would classify it the size of a full size truck.
See, they don't. But it is close, yeah.
It has to be. That thing is long.
Yeah. I know.
Like that's bigger. My neighbor has now. It's an F-150 whatever model
Sure.
because there's a billion, and it's not the 4-door, but it's like the 3-door.
Extended cab, okay.
Yeah, I feel like yours would roll up to it and it would look small. Maybe not like height wise. I feel like yours is a little bit lower to the ground comparatively
Yeah.
to it.
So like
But
one of the
I
there's two things that make my truck look big, right? One is the wheels are outboard of the body. Not
okay.
many vehicles are like that. But like every part of my wheel is almost outside of the truck. The other thing is
Yes. Okay. It took me a second to picture it. Yeah.
like on your car, your wheels are in your fenders. My fenders are outside of the rest of the truck.
Yes.
The other thing is the front bumper is very pokey, I will say. So that makes it look longer. I don't know. I can get some dimensions.
No,
It's like a
218. I have a 16-gallon tank, so that's
Yeah.
telling me you have 6 more gallons than
Yeah.
me. When
But
I was
like
expecting you to be like, oh, it's a 40-gallon tank.
my dad's van is a 32-gallon tank, I think.
That's what I was expecting big.
Yeah, no.
I thought you'd be sitting there just like crying every time. I mean, you probably have to fill it up like once a month, or not a month. You probably with that many gallons. If it was a 40-gallon tank, with the amount I think you drive that specific vehicle, I think you would
Dude,
go
it would
months
take me
without filling it.
forever.
You
40
probably wouldn't fill it up.
gallons?
Yeah,
That'd be like 6 months for me if in the winter.
I know. So like, you'd be like crying.
I'd
about
fill that up in October and be like, oh, okay, well, see you again in March, pump.
You probably wouldn't because you'd be like, oh, I can't have this winterized fuel in the summer. Now, the $1.77 Cheats gas day would have been like, you would have been set for a year. You would have cut your yearly gas price by like all. Hey, do you wanna hear some fun stuff?
Yeah, give me some fun stuff.
I'm about to reboot 31 individual voice over IP desk phones.
Oh boy, sounds like fun.
Not really, cause like I need to make sure I do this right. I just forgot I had to do this tonight. Well, yep, that looks right. Continue. Oh, oh, well, all those are rebooting right now. I'll give that a second.
I'm trying to look
Some
up the truck sizing. I'm still
somewhere
on
in
that.
the one office, ever you just heard a lot of like a bunch of voice over IP phones rebooting.
Oh god.
Oh, they're all updating. Oh God, I
My
don't like.
truck is longer than a regular cab short bed F-150. I can tell you that.
It's a long ass truck.
It is.
I mean, I'm not saying your second row was like generous seating, but it wasn't skimping.
No, it was okay. It wasn't bad for a truck,
No,
but it
I
wasn't
it
anything crazy either.
no, it's not like a it's not like a four-door Ram where I think you could like have a whole goddamn like picnic in the
No,
back. I don't know. I was
this
just
chart sucks, by the way.
does it?
Yeah, everything is just regular cabs, and I'm trying to find information on something other than the regular cab. So that's
Mm.
fun.
Uh,
You
car,
know, it's fine.
your car is lower to the ground, like right? Like I'm not making that up. Comparatively to a
Wait,
truck.
what are you trying to ask?
Your truck sits lower than like an F-150. If I like put them side by side, would I fit? Would I? Would I? If
The
I'm sitting in the
top of
driver's
it,
seat of both,
or are you talking about like seating?
like if I'm sitting in your car and if I put like an F-150 and your truck next to each other, and I went and sat in
Ooh,
both driver's seats, I would feel like I'm a little bit lower in your truck, right? I'm not saying the total dimensions are
um,
shorter. I'm just saying like the drive, or the seater, the driver's
I
seated
understand what
position is
you're
on a lower.
asking. I understand what you're asking. I'm going to say that I don't think so. I think they're close, or I'm higher even.
Oh, okay.
Because like
It's been
I have big tires and a lot of ground clearance,
that
and
is true.
that has to go somewhere. You know,
I've sat in
I
your
could
car and I've sat in
probably.
a truck. I just haven't done it consistently. I felt like when I was in your truck, I felt like I was lower, but I might have just been relative to everything else. Maybe I felt just small. I don't know.
Let me see if some website has dimensions for something like that. Because I have no clue.
And maybe it was just, you know, how I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get that number.
Yeah, it's a
It's
pretty
a
obscure.
Yeah, it's a tricky question.
It's more obscure than it's not. So I understand the. I understand what I'm asking isn't necessarily just a thing.
Maybe I can get a picture of them side by side in a parking lot.
Side by
Like
side.
on the internet. Hold on.
Yeah.
The other problem is like every other fucking picture something is modified.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's not like an apples to apples kind of thing.
you definitely have a car, not a car. You have a vehicle that is more just an a la carte of how you want to enjoy it.
Yeah. And then like it gets compared to Raptors a lot, so then you gotta fucking look at all the Raptors with the pre-runner front bumper bullshit, and yeah, I'm not seeing too much. I think
Yeah,
that
that's
it's
fine.
close though.
Maybe next time you're in a parking lot and you park near a truck, just like
Yeah,
an eyeball.
yeah, I can do that.
Just just a quick little oh damn. Oh damn. Um, but uh, yes, I somehow hard pivoted into that.
Yeah, I don't know how you got there that much, but
Oh,
it is what it is.
Reddit was Reddit was kind of down earlier, which was like hurting me because I thought like I was gonna be able to bring up some of the things I wanted to bring up. So I'm glad it's up now. And I'm trying to find a picture I had to close because I thought it was my browser. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Paste, paste, podcast text.
Oh, you got the good
Woo!
livery.
So it wasn't the Heritage that won. It was the Bolder Than Bold. I like the Heritage, but I understand people. I think people wanted like, well, no one's there's everyone has an opinion, and
They
you
sure
know,
do.
when it comes to liveries, I think people are like, F1 got really big when McLaren did their golf livery. So if you read the comments, people are like, "Oh, why would they copy McLaren like this?" But then other people that like have been into racing for years are like, "Hey guys, Golf has been a sponsor of cars for like all like ever," and like they'd
Yeah.
be like, maybe you guys should look at the Ford GT40 or GT.
The new one's just GT, I think.
Yeah, but what was the old school one? Like the
GT40.
one, the GT. Like, oh, look, how about that one? Or like,
Yeah.
oh, Golf livery race cars. There's been a lot over the years,
Oh, I'm sure there has.
but like, I don't.
It does look really good though, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Oh, here we go.
I still love the Duracell battery looking thing on the top too. Like
Oh,
that's
it is the
just
best. It
it's
is the
just
most.
good.
It should like it's one of the most tastefully done like in your face advertisements that you could have, and it only makes sense. Like it completely like it always stands out, but in a way that you're like, oh, I like it. These are cars, but I think they're based off like the real ones. Like,
But yeah, no,
it's just like it was like
golf
it's
has
been
been
a
around
whole thing.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't realize Golf wasn't. Uh, I feel like I always thought it was in its own company, but it's just owned by Chevron. It's like not its own company anymore.
I could have guessed it. They're all basically the same. It's
Yeah.
like fucking beer or something. Any of those things. It's
And
like, oh
all
yeah, I want to
Anheimer
drink a
Busch.
beer, a different beer. Okay, it's the same beer still. Let me try another one. Same beer.
Man, that I only ever choose the latest, cheapest beer. But yeah, look at that thing. That's hot.
It does look really
Now,
good.
now, okay. So Alex Albon is in the background. Um, look at his dress sneakers.
Well, when you make that much money, you can get away with the dress sneakers.
But then he was spotted like waiting for the bus after the event with his. He made sure he wasn't gonna dirty up his dress sneakers on the bus, so he brought a pair of regular sneakers to do bus riding in.
What is going on here, man? What's the deal with this shit? And why do those ones look worse than the ones he's wearing?
Exactly.
I don't get any of this.
Man,
Also,
it's
why is
just
he
like
getting on a bus?
it's one of those things where like
I got
once you
too many
have so
questions.
once you have so much money, it's like they always have dumb haircuts. Like I always who Stroll. Stroll's dad is literally a billionaire who bought him an F1 team. And he has
Yeah,
the dumbest fucking haircut.
no,
He
doesn't
has
surprise me.
access to like they could pay a stylist, they could pay the best hairdresser. They have like he has access to like everything possible to have like a good haircut. And it looks like edgy middle schoolers. What? Okay, his dad looks mean, but yeah, that's a separate.
You know,
He is a billionaire that owns Aston Martin, which I've seen more Aston Martins in America. Either I'm noticing them more or they're in America more, but I definitely see them now more time to time driving on the roads.
yeah. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I saw one to be honest with you, but I have seen a
I
couple of
literally
them.
think I like was on the highway this past weekend. I drove one. I'm like, damn, I know that
I've been
brand.
seeing more alphas. I can tell you that
I've seen
much.
a lot more Alphas too. I knew someone in high school that had an Alfa Romeo.
Really?
Yeah, and I at first I'm like, what the fuck's an Alfa Romeo? Now I know, but like even back then, still like, what's this brand?
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Just be one of the options, you know.
you know. Um, but F1, we're fun.
You go zoom
Danny
zoom.
Rick is no longer gone.
That's crazy.
I feel bad for that Nick DeVries. 10 races. He couldn't even make it to the silly season. He couldn't even make it to summer break silly
You
season.
know, he couldn't.
No, but
It looked like Danny Rick was fast too, apparently.
I
Like
yeah.
in some sort of testing that happened.
See, here's my only comment on this. He was driving the Red Bull. And if you're a half
Sure.
competent driver, you should be making that car look fast.
Yeah, but like he was actually fast, not like Checo fast.
Yeah, but Checo's been bad.
Exactly.
But like, he probably will be fine. But don't forget all his pictures are still him wearing a Red Bull shirt. I'm like, he has to throw on the AlphaTauri and drive that shit box.
Sure. But maybe during silly season, Checo gets the boot and we get Danny Rick up in Red Bull.
You know how if
Is
because
that a
you'll for
possibility? Like, is that a thing that could happen?
the
Or would
idea.
contracts stop that?
No, they can. You can do whatever you really want. Like no one. I don't think there's many guarantees other than like
Okay,
Max is gonna get to stay in the
fair,
car.
fair.
But it's technically what's gonna happen is Danny Rick is gonna be. Well, people were acting like Gasly wasn't a good like mile or like a good marker for Yuki to like see if he goes into Red Bull because I think like Gasly got the boot from like Red Bull, so like if he wasn't good enough, how are they gonna tell if, like Yuki's good enough for like that second seat? But like the idea is Yuki needs to make sure he's better than Danny Rick, so Yuki gets the seat.
I don't think that's
But
gonna
if
happen.
Danny Rick is better than Yuki, then both Checo and Yuki get the boot, and then it would be Max, Danny, uh,
Okay,
Liam, and maybe still Yuki, but like maybe another junior.
okay, fair.
Um, but I think everyone. Well, also Red Bull and Liberty Media, the one that like runs all the like media for it, are like trying to get Charles Leclerc over to Red Bull.
I, we don't need the clown juice. They can keep the clown juice.
Well, no, see, everyone feels bad for Charles because everyone thinks he's a really good driver, and apparently his contract is absolute dog water. He's not only like being like, apparently he's both being like, he got a contract to Ferrari. It was dog water. But then it looked like they might be able to win, so he was being paid badly, but he's rich and he was gonna have a fast car, so it doesn't really matter. But then they just keep like breaking his heart and soul.
They just keep sending in more juice, dude.
Yeah.
Give
So
him the juice and the squeeze.
on the bright side, Williams is doing good, so that's all I care about.
Nice. Well,
But I like
you know,
silly season.
that's enough.
I like silly season. It's the only thing that gets me through fucking endless August of nothing.
Sweet.
Um. Oh, what did I? Oh shit.
Oh, what's up?
Nope. I
What you
thought I
got?
saw a post. I thought I saw a post I saved, but it wasn't. It was just a random picture I had up because I was gonna send it to Fee. Then I was like, I'm not gonna send this to Fee. Why does he care? You ever do that? You just find a
Yep.
post, you're like, oh, this someone will enjoy this, and you like
Yep.
look and think to yourself, like, why the fuck would they enjoy it?
Today, bud. Today, it's happened.
Start like typing a comment, making it really ramp up, and then you're just like, fuck it. I ain't,
Literally today. It happens all the time.
like I ain't wasting my goddamn time and energy.
I was.
Sometimes I think
It
about,
was today. It was a reel. I was thinking about sending a reel. Decided not to. It was Ghost Stories, the dub,
hmm
the one that's like really crazy.
yeah, it's
It
just
was
kind of
one of
like making.
those.
Oh,
I
okay.
just decided not to. It didn't need to
So
happen.
I feel like I'm the only one here that like actively uses YouTube Shorts because I think like a lot of you guys use Reels.
I was watching some yesterday, but I definitely am more into the reels.
Well, I like always think about sharing them, but I feel like weird sharing my YouTube Shorts when no one uses it. But I wanted to. I feel like I attack Fredo too much, and I already like roasted him on like, oh, you're gonna pick out your clothes for a field trip this week. So like, I felt like I didn't need to attack him again. But there was this one about washing his chicken. Cause I remember, I don't know if you were here
Yep.
like weeks ago when he was like, oh, I washed my chicken, and I'm like, the fuck you mean you wash your chicken? I was like, dish soap. I know people do it, but I was just like trying to
I know.
meme on him. But
Yeah.
then I got this Maddie Matherson one today. Like, who the fuck washes your chicken? and and the demons almost got me, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. But then I was like,
I gotta get you the link of the one that I was looking at.
unfortunately, or like my liked YouTube videos have gone to shit because I accidentally like YouTube Shorts when I'm scrolling by, not realizing it.
Oh no.
So I just have a shit ton of like, why do I like have this?
That's not good.
Yeah, so it's just I just gave up on it. Um, I don't know. I guess I used to use the liked videos. I used to have my liked videos were like videos I actually liked, like ones I wanted to save, ones I wanted to maybe come back to one day. That's just completely not how YouTube wants me to. They just want me to like anything I like.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
and
I watched this
I don't fucking do it. Nope. Not me.
every fucking day. I listen to my morning pit show, and every day he's like, oh, you guys need to like, comment. Like, I don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
either.
just want to listen. I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry what I do with your out. I just want to.
Be mad at
Oh,
YouTube, not me, for making this algorithm a fucking thing. I just want to be here.
I love that show. I love that show. Sorry, I was just listening to your ghost.
Dude, I think I need to try and watch it again.
Oh, did you not fully? I thought you fully watched it.
I don't think I fully watched it. No. I it, I think it's rough to do it like all at once, man.
Is it? I don't. I've
It's
never.
a lot, man.
You uh um how am I? You
Like honestly though,
you introduced me to the show, and you've sent me clips and like best moments of the show, and I've always said to myself, that's probably good enough for me.
I
But
think
I
that
assumed you
that's
tried
what
to
the thing
watch it at some
is.
point.
I did try to watch it. I think the problem is you're literally watching episodes for 30 seconds out of the whole episode. And that's what the
Yeah,
problem is.
I mean,
I just
you ain't wrong.
I think the better way to do it is to go to fucking YouTube and type best of ghost stories, and you'll get the best of everything. And that'll just be it. Just watch some of that and cackle on the floor because it was fucking hilarious, and then be done with it.
You ain't wrong. I mean, what show?
The
What was
just
the?
the one dyslexic bit kills me every time I hear it.
Yeah. What was the one show?
Have you done
Oh,
your homework yet? Oh wait, you're dyslexic. I forgot. Done your yet homework have too? Hey,
yeah.
I'm talking. Me too.
Um,
It's
oh, there's a
fucking
couple shows.
so
I
dumb.
know. I always watch the one AMV was like they used it was specifically just the scientific railgun show. I feel like I was like I watched that AMV. I'm like, oh, I watched this AMV. I think I'm gonna try the show. And you're like, yeah, I think that AMV is every good moment of the show. And I'm like, oh,
Well, I can tell you that I tried that show and I think I dumped it within two. I think it was the first episode, maybe
okay.
two. I couldn't do it, but
Maybe it wasn't you. I feel like someone told me they were like that AMV is like all the good moments of the show are is like that's it. You've
and
watched the best.
honestly, I think that might have been what happened in the first episode. It was like it was 21 minutes of bullshit, like mediocre show, and 1 minute of holy shit, that was a badass scene.
Yeah.
And it was like I could just see going forward that that's what the whole show was going to be.
Well,
And and maybe things change. Maybe someday I'll go back to it and it'll be like, oh yeah, this is great. And then I'll have like, I, I don't know, are there like 4 seasons of that show or something?
4 seasons of that show.
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm asking. That was more of a question. I'm going to look.
Um, better not.
Okay. Well,
Fuck me.
there's a 24 episode first season. There's a 24 episode second season.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 25 episode third season. And that's all I got.
Damn.
But there's also like a lot of other shit going on too. Like I don't know if there's specials or spin-offs or there's a lot of shit going on.
Okay. I did not realize.
There's also oh no, there's Railgun and Index and they're not the same but they're different. There's a certain scientific railgun and then there's a certain magical index and they're both a thing. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, it's just crazy to me that um uh how do I want to say this? Um, oh shit. Some shows that you would never expect to get a ton of seasons always get like a bunch of quick back to back all these seasons. Whereas like other shows that are amazing and great, like you're like fighting tooth and nail to like
Oh yeah,
hopefully.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely. I
I
watched 3 episodes of it. Fun fact, and dropped it.
okay. 3.
So who knows what that actually means?
Maybe it was you.
I could
It
see
sounds
it.
more right. It sounds more right that you would have uh
I try to give shows 3 because there have been some great shows that if I didn't give them 3, I would have dropped them and never watched them.
yeah. Um I tend to drop mine right away.
I
Right.
don't get me wrong, I've done that too.
I think one time I dropped a show because I didn't like its intro. Just like
That's a little harsh. Okay.
I'm like, if this intro is that bad, how good? Like, I wasn't impressed by like how the show opened, and then like the intro hit, and I'm like, bro, this show is just gonna be bad. I think they used 3D. I think they used CGI in the intro.
Oh God. Do you remember what it was? Could you tell
I
me?
don't. I have no idea what it was. Like I threw that shit out of my brain.
I'm trying to remember what recent have I dumped that was just atrocious.
Probably a lot. You try a lot.
I have
Not.
I have been dumping a lot more lately.
I'm not seeing you try a lot lately. Like you definitely give every show on a list the benefit of the doubt. You definitely go through the list of what's playing this season and like give a wide like I'm gonna try a bunch of these.
Oh yeah, I definitely tried a couple too many. I think recently.
You're very fair with like giving everything its own shot, which I
Like,
respect. You know.
I'm gonna be honest. There are some shows in my dropped list that I want to go back to someday. Like Vivi. I don't know if you've ever
Hmm.
seen that one on the lists.
No.
Tac Ops Destiny. I think I got to give those two another shot someday. Um, this is a long ass list, man. I didn't realize it was this long.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it's literally everything I ever just like hit an episode and I tried one this season. Apparently, it's from some video game. Bro, it was like Snooze City. Nothing
Was
was
it
happening. It, I think I got. I dropped it at 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
That's all I gave it. And it looked great too.
Damn.
I just couldn't do it. I don't know if it
I
was the
mean
voice
that's
actors or if it was just. It was literally that slowly paced, but I
wow.
don't. It was. I was pulling hair out just trying to wait for it. I think I had to turn up the speed or something.
God damn.
Also,
Well,
it was a double feature first episode, so I was like, not having it. I was gonna be 40
yeah.
minutes of that. I don't
Okay.
see
You
anything
know.
crazy here though.
Um.
I
Oh,
got my
what was?
vending machine show for this
Yeah.
season. That one's I got another
A
episode
show.
of that to watch.
Okay.
It's it is a show, and it is exactly what you think it would be so far.
That's fair. You know. Um. Oh, what was I? I keep thinking about it. We
It's
keep.
you got something. I'm sorry.
I do, but you keep like saying.
That's my fault.
Fuck. It was. Uh. I don't know. I'm watching no Minecraft shit. I'm just gonna pivot to that.
How old?
12 years.
Holy, that's okay.
Probably 13 if I could get an exact like YouTube play date.
God
Uh,
damn.
Yogscast might be bringing back Shadow of Israfel. It's been like teased a couple times now. So
Really?
like I started like that whole series started like OG Minecraft episode. Like their whole thing started with their first ever
Yeah.
mine. Because from there they start like they did like a couple episodes where it was nothing. Then they started building up a story, and then it like turned into a full like series thing. But like literally the first time they played Minecraft, which was in alpha, um, an alpha build version. That's why I keep making comments to you like, oh man,
I mean,
I miss
I put the pieces together on that one. I figured that out while
like
you were
old
asking.
school like. I mean, Minecraft's cool. It has like I definitely don't think I'd want to really go play. I don't think I'd actually want to play in one of the old versions. But
No,
there's a
you
lot to be
don't.
said of like no. But there is a lot to be said of like some of the nostalgia pieces of like things I miss, and one of them are sounds. Are the
One of
sounds
them's
better
terrain
now?
gen for me.
Terrain Gen was amazing back in the day.
I know.
Amazingly
Yeah.
awful at times, but like
Oh yeah.
you
No.
had some cool fucking overhangs.
Yep.
You remember overhangs?
Yep. I do. Sure do.
Craft overhangs, old world. I I mean, I guess worlds make more sense now. Don't get me wrong by any means, but like used to have like floating islands and give me like here we go, paste.
Yeah.
There's like shit like that. You would be literally walking under these cool ass like overhang floating island. It all makes it's all too good now.
Yeah. No, it's like, you know what it reminds me of? If the forest had no bugs, I think it
Hmm.
would be a shitty game.
Yes.
I think the bugs are part of what made that game so special to us.
Yes. They
Because we could just
definitely.
laugh at everything we ever did. Like, why are you able to cut off the head of a shark? I don't know, but you can. But also, like, when you cut it off, it like goes flying across the beach. You know, it was those kind of moments that made that game so special in my eyes.
No, you're 100% right.
And that's what this world gen reminds me of. It's
I
like a
I
bug that's a feature.
yeah, I it
Should
fucking
terrain be generated this way? Probably not. Is it awesome? Absolutely. Also, that's new because I see diorite and
oh, that
the
it's
other
true.
shit. So that's
Someone
like
must
modded
have
world gen.
yeah. Oh, it is a picture for our okay. Still, it shows how people want it back.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is OG shit. This one here. This is
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you can tell 100% tell because the gravel's the old texture up here.
yeah. It's just like, this is what used to be able to happen.
Here's another old one. Again, you can only tell this one's old because of the gravel, the old gravel text, which I do like.
What the hell did I just click
I don't know
on?
how you fucking yeah.
Yeah. That looks good. I
Also, you
like
can tell
that.
because the ground only has one type of flower, and it's the red flower. I think there was red and yellow, but like
Yeah.
nowadays there's so many different types of
Mm,
below plants. That's just another telltale sign of old mine. The old craft, the OG craft. Um, but yeah,
it's also got
old
this
jet.
like uranium green look to the grass when you look at it compared to other stuff too.
Yeah,
Like the new
you
stuff has so many different colors and
fucking
shades.
bows. I miss old bows. They were so shitty, but they were so fun. They weren't like the real.
Like
I
you
get
just
it, son.
click and it fires and you can just
But it had
rapid
the.
fire.
Do you remember the old sound?
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Or I can't replicate it, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been fun. I've been I so I don't think there's the people I used to watch only had a few of them ever, and I wasn't super into it because I kind of missed the whole train. But old school, uh, it was the map where it was a team versus team on like the flat, like
Race for the
for
wool.
race for the wool.
Yeah. Dude, I got into
Um,
that back in the day.
I man, I wish you think of we could. I don't think we'd be a dream team by any means, but like we could.
They got crazy in those.
I feel like we could put together an okay team to do that.
I don't think we could.
You, me, Burry, that'd be a solid start.
Okay,
Um,
fair. The problem comes with what's next.
how big were the teams? Six,
I think
5, 6.
I was gonna say 4. I could be
I
wrong
think
though.
I think they were. I thought they were more than that.
Maybe they were.
Let's say
Dude,
5. Let's
I
say 5.
okay,
Let's say we
5.
got 5 people. You, me, Burry is a start.
I think you got to take Fee.
Do you take Fee?
I
He
think you
would be
take.
Eagle Eyes.
I think you take Fee.
Fee'd be like all there. Hey, Bruno, you see him over there
I
tunneling?
I have faith in Fee not accidentally falling into the void.
I feel like he'd be spotting them doing shit. Like, oh, they're building a base
Exactly.
over here.
Yeah. That's Eagle Eye Fee. He's on the
I want to
team.
say her. Because
I
her would
think
be.
you're crazy.
No, hear me out.
You are
He'd be
crazy.
he'd be so laser focused. Everyone would be
No,
shooting.
no shot.
No, he would, because he wouldn't. He'd be ignoring everything we'd be telling him. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do this," and he'd start doing it. He'd be like going for a wool, and he'd be completely ignoring us. But he'd be so laser focused on it, they wouldn't be able to take it out. They couldn't read that man.
No shot.
Who
That
would you
man would be
draft?
playing fucking Rim World.
Well, yeah. Who are you
No,
taking then?
he'd be making a house. I don't know. I don't know who the fifth is.
Fredo would be competitive, but probably get frustrated.
Eric can't platform.
No, I was gonna say the narrow aspects for Eric as he's screaming at these kids while they're getting hit. Eric's gonna get hit by a bow, and he can't hit his shots, and he'll be like screaming in the mic. He'll be dying, and Burry will be like, "Okay, bud, you need to start hitting your shots." He'd be like, "I don't know, bro. I just can't hit them."
Give me Detuzin for the cannons. Detuzin can be Cannon Boy.
That that is true. Dit would meta it. Dit would be like, "Oh, we need to build it."
He's got cannons. Done. Easy.
He's like, "Oh, if we
That
build a
man will
cannon
like
here."
triple fire preloaded TNT packages to intercept through tunnels and go down and heat seek it onto people.
He'd be one of those guys that like would spend the free time while we're like practicing, like figuring out the best places to TNT, and be like, "Oh, we're gonna build one here because we can start hitting. We'll hit their chest through this wall if we hit
That
them four times."
cannons. He's on the team.
I that's a fair. I think I think that's a fair team. Race for the wool. I
Yeah,
see
I
you're
got
bringing
I
it up.
got really into these at some point. Like when they everybody was doing them competitively and stuff.
Oh, super
I
big.
was there.
They were so fun.
Yeah.
It was just a good like. It wasn't. I wouldn't label it as speed running. It was like running mixed with like a PvP,
Yeah.
because it's not like the map was different. It was always the same thing. Like, I think people would develop strategies and try to repeat the strategy. The only other factor was the other team could like do different things to try to disrupt your strategy. But it was speed running mixed with PvP mixed with just a game that was super popular. It blew up because I think it just checked a lot of boxes people kind of wanted.
Yeah.
I don't want to say battle royale, but the battle royales weren't big back then.
I'm trying to remember some of the names of people that I remember watching.
I watched all of Seth Bling's, which he did a lot with the Minecraft guys, I think. He used to do runs with them. But again, he only has like 10, I think, on his channel. 10, like, I think,
Yeah.
not episodes, but like series, like games,
No, I'm talking
completed
like
games.
I was in streams watching these things like
No,
weekly
I
of
wasn't. That's
like
what I'm saying. I think I hit it the wrong time. Like, by the time I,
yeah. And it was definitely people like with 1,000 followers, not
yeah.
Seth Bling. Like Seth Bling might have casted it, but like I Do is in. Let me start. Maybe like a Dutroid, I think was one of the names. I think that's a thing. Hold on. Yep, I recognize that icon. It looks like she was on one of the teams. She was on one of the teams that I was watching at some point. I remember the name. I don't remember much.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm like scrolling pretty far looking for because I don't even remember how old this shit was.
Yeah. That's the fun part is how old is it? Like, um, honestly, when you start looking back at stuff this old, you have to almost ask yourself, is this shit even like, does it even exist anymore, or was it like taken down, or did they like remove it, or
No,
did
yeah,
they?
bro, I got no idea.
That's one thing. The one thing I guess I understand Twitch. It would be hard for them to do it, but there's so many probably good streams lost on Twitch from people that don't export their VODs and upload them somewhere.
Yeah, I can agree with that. There's probably a lot that's been lost to the void.
Just
But like, it's a lot of storage space
oh,
that has to go somewhere.
I'm not knocking it. Again, it's all fair. Like, it's just uh uh, most of the big streamers, I would say, if anyone's worth their while, they probably are already exporting them and putting them on a YouTube channel. But I'm sure, well, back then it wasn't even. I'm pretty sure even like a concept. I mean, it wasn't not a concept.
Yeah,
Everything's a concept, but like back then, streaming, exporting, and cutting down your streams or uploading full streams, but streaming was barely a thing. Like not many people that were big on the YouTube platform were even giving streaming like a second thought. But yeah. Um,
yeah, yeah. I can't find shit, by the way.
that's I don't know. I I I mean, there's probably a server. It's one of those things that I wish we were all friends. I wish it either resurged. I mean, Minecraft did have that small resurgence, but I wish it would resurge again, and we'd all like be like, oh, let's play a race for the wool, and we got joined a server that you could like do it with team, like a. Well, I don't know if Hypixel's a thing anymore. I thought they got banned.
I think that's a thing.
What happened to them getting like banned or like in trouble?
I'm not. I actually don't know.
They got in trouble for something. I think because they were like charging money. I think there was something with like them
Oh,
charging money to be on the server.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Also, like, I'm gonna be honest. This thing that I'm looking for right now is really fucking hard to find because every time you Google "race for the wool" or like on YouTube, all that comes up is the Yogscast, and I know there was a shit ton more than that, but I can't find anything. It's like there's nothing.
Can I find it if I like, go to Seth Williams' channel? I haven't. Oh, it's on the deep end of my YouTube subscribe list. Playlist. Um,
Like there were tournaments of these things.
there were. It was big. God, is it not even his playlists anymore? Damn. Yeah, I don't. Oh, PvP. 19
Okay,
videos.
this might be a channel that. Oh my god, they're still uploading shit. Holy shit. Oh god, that's like not good.
Okay, so this Seth Bling
How do
video.
you fucking still upload 12 years later with 2,500? Sorry, that's. Never mind. Fair enough, you have 300,000 subscribers. I did not mean to diss you that hard. Carry on. My bad. I was dyslexic.
This Seth Bling race for the wool. Either. So I'm looking at whatever chat software this is. I copy at
Is it
current time.
Ventrilo?
I don't. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I know I didn't use this one specifically, but I know it was a thing, but I don't remember using this one. It's not curse. This is this is pre-curse time. I don't think curse was really a thing. Um, but I don't. It's not TeamSpeak. Oh yeah,
Are you sure about that?
that TeamSpeak.
Oh, no, I don't know yet. I'm looking. It's not loading very well in the VM. I'm gonna just be real with you.
Just goddamn, just click it. Fuck. Oh my god.
I'm gonna look at it myself. You could deal with that bullshit. It's
I'm
fine.
not. I'm not dealing with that. I just wanted you to load it.
I tried. Are you talking about the thing in the upper right, or did they
Yeah.
open it?
No, that's the upper right.
The overlay? Oh boy. It could be Mumble.
Was that I
I think it might be Mumble. Let me
I
do
didn't
a
use
Google on
Mumble.
Mumble. I never used Mumble.
Mumble. I feel like Mumble was big though.
Yeah, it was one of the bigger ones for sure.
It's very team speaky looking.
I mean, they all were. It was just different.
You're okay. I get it. Yeah, you're right.
Like between Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, Mumble. Yeah, it was Mumble. I see the smiley face. I was right.
Damn, Bruno, you're so right.
See, I got
But
that.
okay,
I got that archaic voice chat technology locked in my brain. All right.
so either this was 5 people because one of them was muted, or 5 people because it was 5 people.
My team consisted of. Oh, hold on a second. FV Disco. It's a team of four: Etho, FV Disco, Craft Dynasty, and Seth
Okay,
Bling.
so 4. So we'll pick up fee.
Definitely.
BB and Burry, we would have a good time. We could
Sure.
if we said the right words to Burry, we could get him super into it.
Speaking of getting into something,
Yeah.
I bought a game with Burry that I wasn't sure was the right call or not.
Was it the fucking swinging like duck
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck these
Penguin,
penguins?
Brad and Fred.
It looked like dumb as shit.
Dude, we were having a great time playing that
I
game.
did look like you're having a great time, but it looked dumb as shit. You guys were like,
You're just you're just a little penguin. You're tied by the waist to your other little penguin friend, and you gotta swing on some platforms. And it's like a platforming Jump King Bennett Foddy getting over it kind of.
you two are the only two that could ever play that game in this
Dude, Eric
Discord.
was like, "What? You didn't want to play with me?" And I was like, "Fuck, no, I didn't, Eric. I don't think I
You
could
two are
ever
the
play with you."
you two are the only two that could have played that game together. Yeah. The day I die, I'll repeat it. But you
Hold
two
on.
are like,
I just saw that there are outfits. Are you kidding me? Where do I get the cosmetics? Do I gotta
you
play
don't.
single player to get cosmetics? Oh no. Oh
God.
no.
Oh no, we have to fucking cosmetic this shit up.
I gotta come in with a sweet hat next time.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, no. There's no other person in this Discord that I could play that game with.
Yeah, just you two.
It was just him.
Oh, the bug game, really fun. It's missing one or two like game modes that I think are gonna make it really fun, which is like the endless wave.
Mm-hmm.
I think whenever that comes in, people should consider it 'cause it's fun
Yeah.
like building your
Okay.
base and then defending it from the bugs.
Cool. That's good to hear.
It's a little early just because a couple of the game modes are still working on, but I think it'll be good. I'm
That's
happy
good.
to have it because I think it's going to be better one day.
Fair.
Um, yeah, that was that. Oh fuck, I had board game night this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, finish
How'd that go?
board. Uh, the one. What did I play? I know what I played before. What was I? Oh, one was we played a dumb card game. that I like finally like figured out how to play halfway through, and I got a I had a bunch of shit cards, which made it harder for me to understand what was going on because like I somehow got randomly dealt a bunch of cards that
Like you
were
just
like
had really
nonsense.
bad luck for trying to learn how to play the game.
Yeah. Um, that was fine. We played a game after that, which I can't think about, but it just isn't popping in my brain. We played this other game called like Ethos, which you like. It's like a team building. Oh, I guess a little. Yeah, it was like build a team and you put markers on a map. Like it was fine. I'd play it again. It was fun. Definitely, definitely. A game where every time you play it will be super different because you like throw out a bunch of shit gets thrown out every time you play. So every game is very different from each other.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Um, then the last game. So there's this last game. It's called Inish. INIS. Uh, it's uh, it's this like area of control, uh, combat-y, like. So you have a you again another game where you RNG a board, which there's a bunch of different locations that cause a bunch of different things, and you have endless rounds technically until someone wins, and well, how do we say this? I guess yeah, a round. So like in a round, it's so dumb. It's a fun game. I do like it. I do like playing it because other people are really into it. It's not a game I would ever like. It's not a game I would like
Yeah, I know what
propose
you're
out like
saying.
I want to play this game, but everyone else loves it enough that uh I'll play it with them.
Fair.
Um, but like you start like a round is yeah, everyone gets dealt a deck of cards. You pick up these cards, and they're like action cards. So what you can do for this whole round, and you pick one, then you pass them on. So you have to draft. You draft this round of options of actions you might be able to do, if depending on what you get, and then you start the round. You get you have your hand of cards, and then like if you don't want to do anything, you can pass, and the round isn't over until everyone simultaneously passes. So like pass, 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 pass. You could pass 5 times, play 0 of your cards as long as someone plays an action that round. The round keep going.
Gotcha.
And there's like 6 different ways to win, and combat is dumb. Combat is done in a way don't like. I wish it was. It's more of like you gotta think about it strategy wise than RNG wise, and I wish it was more just like roll a dice and do combat. And I never know how to. I have 6 different ways to win. I have no idea how to like even go about winning. Every game someone does win, and I have no idea how they've like accomplished what they're doing. I always go in the game with like I don't know how to win. I know the winning conditions. I just don't know
Yeah.
how to achieve these things
Yeah.
without like getting just curb stomped on my like obvious path of trying to get to them. And I just like I never go into the game with any sort of strategy because I don't know how to achieve a win. And then I get midway through and I'm like, oh well, if I would have done this, I could have probably been set up to try to meet this win condition. Oh, if I try to late pivot here, I'll be a little too late to get into this like position. And I don't I again, it's a fun game. I'll play it because other people like to play it. I have nothing against the game. The guy I was sitting next to hates the game, and by the end, it was like the longest game ever because everyone was sitting on almost about to win, but no one could just like get that last puzzle piece to win.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like, oh, if I have like 3 people not yelling, but like, oh, you can't fucking make that move because if you do that, he'll win. Oh, if you do that, you're giving him the game, and I'm sitting here over here like, guys, I'm just trying to like make a move. I'm like at this point I'm gonna pass just to make your guys' life harder by not like me doing nothing will make the game harder for them to win. So like I was just like I pass, whatever, fuck it. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's a game. I've played it probably the most. I play it almost every time I go there. At this point, it's like always someone wants
Oh,
to play
that
it.
that often.
It's not
Wow.
too long, and if you know what you're doing, it's
Yeah.
quick. I always need a quick refresher on it because I always forget some of the like how you win because again I can't figure out how you win.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean
Uh,
that usually is a hard part of those games.
One is like you have to have one character in 6 different territories. I think I had like 5, and then people freaked the fuck out on me and like killed all my guys, and I was stuck with no guys anymore, and I just like
You
I
probably
like
wouldn't have even known you won.
well you have to because you have to have so when you fucking when you hit a win condition you don't win. You get a you get a token. You have to grab a token like Uno. It's like saying Uno. You grab a token, and you have to make it through the rest of everyone's else's round with that until like the round's over and everyone passes. You have to keep a hold that token by continue like having your win condition, and then you
Okay.
win. And
Got it.
if two people have the win condition token, no one wins, and you have another round. So sometimes if one person is on the edge of winning, you need to help another guy uh, win too because 2 wins cancel out and then you keep playing the game.
Okay. I can understand the trouble and why it was troublesome.
Also, again, the whole like passing thing, you like pass your turn. I like never put any thought into that, but I'll have performed all my actions and I'll be sitting there like, "Oh wow, I'm done." And there are some people have like all their cards, they have like all this shit they're planning on doing and I'm just like, "Oh, fuck, pass." They're beating me up like, "What are you going to do about it?" Like I fucking can't and just pass. So, yeah. Fun game though.
Fair. You know, it's good.
Um, what are we at 102?
Yeah.
Any other comments I had other than I had the weather. I was just gonna make a comment to you that this shit's been crazy.
Shit has been crazy. Got like 3.5 inches of rain the other day. It's a lot of fucking
Um,
rain.
we are we are set up for. Did I mention it last week? We're set up for an aggressive winter.
I know you have mentioned that to me. I don't know if it was on the podcast or when it was, but you have said
Um,
that.
let me get the map real quick. The issue was it wasn't like it was like a do let me.
No, yeah, I remember pulling up the video for the other week. I think it was like
Oh, was
last
it?
week or the week before. You told me this. Yeah.
Did we? I cannot remember for the life of me.
Yeah, I remember. I remember something.
Oh, I did. Yep. Oh, no, that was the coldest fall and winter. This was like an actual, let me, snipping. Oh God, snipping. Oh, wrong,
I think
wrong,
you were in the wrong window. Wrong
somehow.
windows.
Um, snipping tool, snipping tool. Paste. We're gonna get some maybe big storms. Snowstorm Live might have to make an appearance this year. Whoever that may be.
Crazy. Huge snowstorms. What does
Or
worst of winter mean?
that means nor'easters. That means like possibly constant, not constant. That might be like pseudo like regular nor'easters coming up the coast.
Man, the fucking whole country's in hell.
That's an El Nino year.
Like, okay, hold on. Polar vortex, not good. It's cold as shit, right?
So that's the El Nino bringing down the cold Canadian air.
Sure. Arctic blasts doesn't sound much more fun.
No, that's where like it dips and it like sits there for a while.
The winter battle zone,
Yeah, that's
not
where
great.
the jet the jet stream's like pulling up moisture from like the south. So that's why they get above average storms. It's bringing all that moisture up from the south.
Yeah.
So that winter battle zone is where like Eric is, and that's like where That's where you get like hail and
E-
shit because it's
Eric's on the border of the fucking. He's close to Arctic blast. He's on the line of huge snowstorms and in the winter battle zone. And the worst of winter is really trying to stick its little toe in there towards the tip a
yes,
little bit.
yeah.
The nicest looking thing about this is very dry, or like typical snow.
It's
Like
very
tons of storm and above average storms. Hmm.
so yeah. Actually, well, the tons of storm is like pseudo good. Um, that
I
part of the
mean, they probably do
country
want rain.
that's part of the country that could definitely use a large influx of rain. Um, the very dry is like the Seattle region, which I think they already get enough rain in their life to begin with. Like
Sure.
I think their car paint will be happy for a winter of maybe some dry conditions. Um,
Yeah, huge snowstorm sounds great though.
and
Good
I mean we're
times.
not too far. I mean technically when you look at the whole thing, we're probably a little we're on more edge of it, but we're not. A
I
worst of
think it's
winter could definitely
literally
come up.
splitting me in half.
Yeah,
I am on the line, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's basically the nor'easter track when they come
Yeah,
up the coast like that, and if they're the one of the ones that like weave a little bit inland, we get super fucked. But like
yeah.
it's definitely that line of like their nor'easters and we're just like the side start of that get a bunch. I'm like weirdly excited because it's been a while.
There was no snow last year.
Year before that, there was like 2 times that I remember any significant snow.
Yeah, it wasn't much. That's for sure.
I have a snowblower now too, so I really don't care. It was
Sounds
it was
like you're gonna be
gifted.
in for it.
Fucking except it has a flat tire. Pisses me off. Hard to move.
Well, put some air in that bitch.
I do. I fucking but it's a auto. It's like assist push.
Get that tire inflated.
Yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to maybe it's time to pave that driveway.
Me or you?
Yeah, you.
It's
Or maybe get the pipe in there before the flooding
it's
happens.
it's in one. It's in the works, buddy.
Are
The
we getting the pipe
project
down?
is that the pipe project is on the books. Someday.
Maybe someday.
You just gotta add that just in case, you know.
Does the
But no,
pipe have
I
holes in it?
am no,
Oh, so we still haven't drilled the holes in it?
no holes.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to absorb water as well.
No,
Okay.
there's literally just like one side to the other pipe.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like gonna use it as like absorbing
It is not a
moisture underneath.
French drain. No,
Okay.
it's gonna be like big ass culvert pipe.
I
Like
understand this
the
now. So you
creek
just have
wants to go to the other side.
so you just have to dig a hole and put it down and put back the dirt.
Yes, except dirt isn't in the equation at all.
Well, stone.
It's gonna be
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
stones and fucking big ass rocks.
Oh, we were gonna do concrete too. We were gonna mold up a whole like in.
I'm still might be doing that. We don't know yet. Maybe might be doing some forms and making some concrete culverts. Who knows? Might be on the agenda.
I can't wait for this project because the day you decide to do it, I'm just gonna hear a bunch of like. I'm gonna hear a bunch of complaints from you about how dumb all this stuff is, and then like it's gonna get
Probably.
bigger.
Yep.
It's gonna get bigger than, and then you'll
His
be like,
hole's probably gonna be like 4 feet wide and 7 feet deep, and I needed none of it.
and by the end of the project, you'll be like, oh, you could put a whole fucking river through this thing,
It
and it
is a
would be
big pipe.
fine.
It is way big pipe. Okay. Like we're talking, I could put a groundhog through this thing. All right.
You know what? You know how I can summarize this project? This isn't PennDOT. This is BDOT. Brno, Brno
It's
Department
fucking me.
of.
You know.
This is one of these 10-year projects we always complain about.
And that it's my project. I'm fine with it when it's my own projects.
Oh, so yeah, we don't worry. We have obtained the pipe. We are gonna fix the roads. One of these decades, we will start construction. Then You should park the dozer out next to it with a couple cones. And when your dad asks, be like, project
Absolutely.
started. And then you can just start standing by it every day, looking at it, being like, "Ooh, good day's work. Gotta clock that one in."
Oh, it's raining today. No work today.
Come into them like, I think they're gonna have to. I think that's gonna go over budget.
It's a little hot today. Nope.
We're gonna have to call it a. We're gonna have to call it a heat out, a rain out,
It's
a
too
cold out.
hot.
Ground's too frozen. Can't touch it till spring.
Oh, it rained like 3 days ago. That's too wet.
This is a BDOT project, a Brno Department of Transportation. Yeah,
I mean, it is my driveway. Yeah, who knows when that's gonna actually happen? But I think maybe this year's the year that it'll actually happen.
kind of want to show up with a vest and a hard hat just to start looking at shit and then drive away, like the inspector.
You know,
But okay. Well, you got anything else?
I do not. No.
Ah, well, that's a good thing to end it on. Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.